Hello gorgeous. Today we are going to be playing with the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette. This is the look I've created and I am loving it. I'm here for it. It is absolutely breathtaking. I wasn't quite sure at the beginning when we started, but it got there. I'm digging it. My name is Aura. Yes, my name is Aura. I think I'm gonna have to do that for a while because I can't believe how many videos I recorded where I didn't say my name. And that's wild to me. There were 3 videos where I didn't say my name, so I might end up repeating my name multiple times over the next couple videos until I get into that habit. But yeah, if you want to see how I achieve this look and how this palette performs, just keep watching. Okay, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. Yesterday I wore the Laura Mercier foundation with the new Glow Recipe primer, the Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. It didn't work out so well. I wasn't sure if it was this that it was clumping up with or if it was just my skincare. So what I want to do instead is use it with my favorite primer, the Tatch Liquid Silk Canvas, because I know how all of my favorite foundations wear with this. So I'm just gonna stick to the tried and true and see how it does today. Because overall, when I wore it yesterday, it wore really well throughout the night. I didn't have any issues with it into the evening hours. It stayed fine everywhere on my face except for that one little problem area. So let's see what happens with this primer. Okay. What did I use yesterday? Like 3 pumps total? I'm gonna just pour it onto my little dish here and kind of pick it up from there. See if I can get it on there. 1, 2, 3. Just kind of pick it up with my finger and just kind of place it where I want it. It has such a thin texture, but it feels so velvety soft. Still not 100% today, still not feeling too good, but I go to work this weekend and I want to be able to at least film one more time before I leave for work. Bring it around. It spreads so nicely and so evenly around the face too. All right, how are we looking? It's not doing that this time. It looks nice and even around my pores. Not bad. Okay, so I definitely didn't do it this time. I'm gonna zoom you in. Here is where yesterday it all kind of clumped up and broke up around my foundation, around my nose. So it could be one of 2 things, either the sunscreen or the new primer. We shall see. So I'm gonna take my DIOR Forever Skin Correct in the shade 1CR. This is my favorite concealer. I'm just gonna kind of spot correct my little age spots here. Some acne kind of flaring up, which I don't know if it's kind of from the foundation or not, so it'll be interesting. I haven't even checked the ingredients. You know what? I'm terrible. I didn't even tell you what were in the ingredients. Let me just take my Sigma F67 brush and just kind of conceal it out. Conceal it out? Spread my concealer out. So before I move on, I want to powder my under eyes. I can't not powder my under eyes. Bless all you people who can. I cannot. So I'm actually going to take my brand new Sigma X Christen Dominique brush set. I got mine in the mail yesterday. I could not buy it. It's so beautiful. The little blush pink handles. I'm gonna take the Brighten and Bake powder brush here and pick up my DIOR powder. Oh gosh, I forgot what it is. The Lavender DIOR Forever Cushion Powder. And just kind of take it and pat it in. I love this powder, but It's so finely milled that if I pick up too much, you can see the powder just kind of like all over the air. So yesterday I used the Cosmetics, what is it, the Shape and Sculpt Terra bronzer. I love it. Spoiler alert, love it. This thing blends out so easy and is so soft and so smooth. I'm gonna blend it out with my Sydney Grace flat buffer brush. I think it's meant for foundation, but I'm gonna use it for this. Kind of swirl it up into my hairline a bit and bring it over. It's just working so well. I really do love that bronzer. Now, for my cheeks, because before I powder, I want to use one of these Cosmetics blushes. I have Chiffon and I have Strawberry. And I think for the look that I'm gonna go with today, I'm gonna stick to Chiffon, but I'll show you both. This one is Strawberry. It's just a bright pinky reddish color. Is Chiffon, a little more lilac-y. I don't really want to rub it across my face. I kind of want to just build it up on the back of my hand here and use my brush. Isn't that a beautiful shade? I'm going to use the Christen Dominique Sigma brush, the angled cheek, and just kind of pick that up on the back of my hand here, because I'm not really sure how much it will blend out, and just kind of stipple it along my cheek. This brush is working really nicely with the cream blushes though. I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder Tone Up in the shade Rose. It's got the pink cap. It's sold out there for a little while. It's back in stock, if I remember correctly. I looked this morning and it was back in stock. I could be wrong though by now, by the time it goes up. And it's just kind of the pinky brightening powder that everyone seems to be obsessed with, including me. I'm going to use the, which one is this one? The setting powder brush, the big fluffy white one. Try not to pick up as much as I'm picking up. Just kind of rub it off on the back of my cap though. And just take it and rub it off. Just kind of build it up everywhere I want it. Whoa, that's a lot. That's better. I'm going to take that same Sigma Christen Dominique brush. Just kind of wipe away any excess here. Here we go. Okay, we're going to move on to the eyes now. I went ahead and primed and did my eyebrows off camera. And today we're going to be playing with the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette. I did not get this when it launched. I actually got it with my Muse order when Muse launched. And this is what the inside of the palette looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think this one is a little bit more beautiful than the Muse itself. I'm going to use my Sigma E40 tapered blend. And just kind of pick that up generously with the tip of my brush here. Just kind of pack it all on the inside corner here. My son is 3. He makes a lot of funny noises. Kind of bring it all the way up to my eyebrow here. I'm going to take my Sonia G Blender Pro and go into Awake Let's kind of pick up a little generous amount there. And we're going to build on top of that other blue shade we laid down. And this time it's going to go a little bit more in the crease. So a little bit more strategically placed. Okay, this is where we're looking so far. And I want to go into this beautiful blue shadow here called Mood. I'm definitely in a mood. And I kind of want to pick it up on the tip of my brush first. There we go. And then kind of bring it right above the crease. Right about there. Ooh, that might be a little too dense. And just gently kind of shape out my crease a bit. Kind of bring it over on this side. Any excess product. It's a little deeper than I thought, and I think I need a little bit more precision. So let me just place this shadow down and then swap brushes. There we go. It's a little more artsy than I typically do for these looks, but I really wanted to kind of use more of those blue shades. And then I'm gonna switch brushes one more time and go back into that beginning shade Echo. And I'm just gonna get just a little bit. And we're just gonna kind of go right around the edges one more time. I'm going to place down my NYX glitter glue and primarily pat it out here on the inner corner, just to kind of like give that something to stick to and carve out that lid a bit. And I want to shape this way. I'm gonna use my finger. There we go. That's working a little bit better. There we go. And then for this outside here, you just want to pat, 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 pat. Like so. Let me see if I can be a little more precise with a different brush. Use my Sonia G Builder Pro. I want to just be a little more precise here. And then I want to take that same opal shade and just kind of build it up here on the outside of my eye a bit. There we go. And bring it up to my brow bone. I have to use a different brush for this one. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead to that lower lash line there, and I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna bring some of the shimmer this way a bit. Mood, the blue, the deep rich blue here. I'm just gonna kind of pick it up on this little bitty Sonia G S1. Just kind of pick it up on the tip there. And just kind of bring it just like that. A little more artsy. I'm gonna pick up the shade Twilight. It's this metallic blue here. Just gonna kind of do the same thing and just kind of go right over the top of that shade Mood that we put down. I got dog fur on my brush again. How does that happen? These dogs are always shedding. Okay. And just kind of gently go over the top of what we just did. And then I'm gonna take a smaller fluffy brush and just kind of like buff around those edges a bit, make it a little more smooth. I'm not gonna put anything on the brush though. Just puff it out a touch. One last thing, I'm gonna take the brush I used on my inner corner, the Sonia G flat definer brush here, go back into that shade Opal. I don't even know if I showed you this little white iridescent shade there. And I'm just gonna kind of pack it on in this outer corner here. And I'm gonna sweep it this way under my eye. I'm gonna do some liner and then I will be back and we will finish off the eyes. So I went ahead and threw on my Melt Johnny lashes. They're the half lash style. I used my, oh, where'd it go? ABH liquid liner pen, and I lined a wing. They're not even. This wing is a little bit longer. But then I went ahead and put on top of that black liner the Twilight Metallic shade on top, and then I used a little bit of Serenity along the inner liner here. So it's a bit of a more of a blue liner. I'm not sure if I can zoom you in so you can see it. Maybe you can see that. Maybe with the lighting you can't. I'm not really sure. But this is where we're at right now. I love it. So the light blue shade that I used originally on this inner eye here didn't really feel as impactful. I'm not really sure why. I still need to carve out my nose, and I want to use the new Sigma Christen Dominique brush here, the eye and nose contour brush. This is my favorite shade for contour. This is the Kaleidos Kaleidos Symphony Contour Trio. I have mine in light, and I always take this little shade here in the middle, and then first I kind of just place it. Ooh, place it. That brush works a little too well. And then I just kind of shape my nose. I tend to use a more fluffy brush, my Royal and Lang Nickel. You guys have probably already seen me use that to carve out my nose. So this one's a little interesting. I feel like it just needs a little more give for my taste. There we go. Come back to that. And then kind of bring it down here where my nostrils are a bit, give it a little more shape right there. I'm gonna use my M Cosmetics Sunscape highlighter. I have mine in the shade Clarity. This is what it looks like. Just gonna pick up my Sonia G Mini Cheek, which is actually my favorite brush for a highlight. There we go. And I've used this, oops, highlighter several times before. May have picked up a little too much. It's okay, just kind of concentrate it right over here on the cheekbone. There we go. Maybe build that one up just a little bit. Can't tell if it's because of my lighting setup or because of the actual application. Don't use too much, Aura. Don't use too much. There we go. Oh, the lighting needs to correct itself. Could have sworn I had the lighting under control. Still working on that though. And I think I forgot to mention that I used the ColourPop cream gel liner in this shade Prancer in my waterline. Yeah, I did that. And then for my eyebrows, I used my Melt brow gel and brow pen. Kind of clumped up on this eyebrow though. We're gonna finish it off with lipstick. This is my absolute favorite lipstick if I can find it. This is the Christian Audette in collaboration with Mel Thompson lipstick. This is Beauty. It's still in stock. This was Mel Thompson's Perfect Nude shade, and it is my absolute favorite. And then I also am going to use my, where's my lip pencil? There it is. Christian Audette Mel Thompson Kitten liner. This is my favorite lip liner ever. When she made a video talking about this lip collection, she had put the lip liner on her hand and let it sit for a little bit and then showed how it just doesn't rub off. This thing does not move. Once it's on, it's on. So I have to be very careful with the application of this, but it is my absolute favorite because it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. It really is the perfect nude shade. Okay, I finished my lips off camera. Just gonna spray this so it doesn't go anywhere. Let's talk about this Serenity palette. This palette is just as good as the Muse palette. I am actually super happy with the mattes and how they performed. So I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shadows again this time. Mostly sticking to the blues. And I love it. I love it. I'm so happy with it. The only blush that I used today was the M Cosmetics, no, not Strawberry. I used Chiffon, the soft, So Soft blush. This one performed just as well as the bronzer stick, which went missing somewhere around here. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, it fell. This one, Terra. Both of these performed great together. I didn't have any trouble blending them out. I didn't have any trouble applying them. I do want to play with the Strawberry shade next. I didn't put a blush on top of this just because I kind of want to see how it wears throughout the day, how they perform and how long they last. I wanted to kind of leave it alone. But as far as the foundation goes, I need to wear it for a little while longer today. It applied a lot better today. I'm not sure if it was the sunscreen. I'm not sure if it was the primer that I used yesterday. But today it looks great. So it's not caking up around my nose like it did yesterday. And I am actually very happy with how it's performing. The brushes that I got from Sigma that I bought, I'm obsessed with them. I have a bunch of Sigma brushes. They have a 2-year warranty. If you're in the market for face brushes though, those are limited edition. The Christen Dominique face brushes, these are limited edition. They were $110, I want to say, maybe a little bit more. I should honestly just kind of get more organized when I do these videos so I can have the prices kind of listed for you. But I'll go ahead and list that below for you. Everything will be listed below. Otherwise, that's it. That's it for now. Do something for yourself today because you are worth it. Goodbye.